What is up? Thank you for coming to my channel, Prison POV. Shout out to the joiners, shout out to the Point of View crew, and bro, yes, I'm going to tell you right now how I lost $120 because of a riot. I actually lost $120 twice. I could have said in this video in the title, I could have said, hey, the time I lost $120 twice because of a riot. But I just said once, dude. You know why? I was taught, hey, straight up, keep that shit stupid simple. Or was it keep it simple stupid? Homeboy, in any event, let me thank you right now for the like you're about to give me. Let me thank you in advance. I didn't ever brought up any likes, anything like that. I didn't think it ever mattered. Like schmike. But dude, I just got the rundown on it. It's something called a algorithm. It'll blow your mind. It's a whole system. It's like, it checks out. And dog, I didn't know that. I thought it was just like a guessing game. Like, I guess we'll recommend Prison POV today. But nothing like that, dog. It's homeboy. It's nuts and bolts. So I appreciate it. Let me thank in advance for that like. I guess it really does matter. And let me tell you how I lost $120 twice because of a riot. First, the riot. I'm in Arizona. They have A side and B side. I don't even know if it's called side. A area, B area, A thing, B thing. They're over there. They're called A. We're over here B. The only thing we share is the kitchen. That's a common area. Never at the same time, though. I don't even think we share schools. I didn't go to school. But I know that they were over there, and we never intersected with them. Like I said, we shared the chow hall. That's about it. However, there was trouble brewing over there. There was a group of woods in one of those buildings that could not stand a Southsider. They're plotting. These woods were plotting hard on the Southsider. They didn't like him. They thought he was trouble. He was messing with their program. Disrespectful to hear them tell it. And they wanted to move on him. However, in their building, they were outnumbered 20 to 40. I could reduce that down all the way to say, 2 to 1 odds for him. And they thought we can do better than that. Because this Southsider, who we don't like, works in the kitchen. And a couple of woods who didn't like him, had the problem with him, also worked in the kitchen. So they thought, you know what, we'll just take this whole problem and just move it right on over to the kitchen where we can get this little 5-on-5, which we'll just call that a heads up 1-on-1 fight. Now we're talking. Like them mods. That's what they did. They took it to the kitchen and they caught him slipping. 5 woods, rushed 5 Southsiders, and, one for the woods. However, that really made the Southsiders mad. Because they said, hey, we see what you did there. We saw that you bit your tongue, that you had a problem here, but you knew you were outnumbered, so you kind of just, like I said, held your tongue, didn't say nothing, put it on pause, and then waited till you got over there. But I mean, duh, what would Sun Tzu say? In the art of war, of course, you're going to try to outsmart your adversary. Of course, you're going to try to get the best numbers possible. Of course. That's what they did, but these Southsiders got mad about it. They didn't like it one bit. And what happened was, all of A side went on lockdown. We didn't. B, over here, the Bs, nah, it didn't concern us. We didn't really know nothing about it. We heard a little bit of rumors made over to us. We weren't really sure. And then we heard they got on lockdown. Didn't really affect us. But here's what they do when there's a lockdown. Here's what they do when there's a lockdown. They'll always pull out at the wood, and Southsiders getting a little melee. They'll lock the place down. They'll pull out a wood. They'll pull out a Southsider and have them talk. Take them to the middle of the building in front of everyone to see. Everyone's like this watching them. Have them talk it out. Then they'll shake hands. And then they'll go around cell to cell, say it's all cool. Everything's good. We squashed it. Isolated incident. So that's what they did. They pulled out a wood. Pulled out a Southsider, hoping he would talk it out, get it squashed. But no, the Southsiders were still heated over the moving it to the kitchen thing. So he came out with a filetto and got his money. The Southsider dude came out and he got the white dude long and he got him hard. And now it's a big major thing. We did hear about that. Now a bunch of cops came over to B-side where we're at. We knew it really got elevated. Some cops were saying, man, it's crazy over there. And we're like, whoa, we're thinking, should we jump? We didn't really know. We were about to get off, but we didn't have all the details. And then boom, they slam us too. Snarf. Now us, B-side, are slammed down, locked down, because whatever happened over there on A-side, we don't even know. And dude, let me tell you, that lockdown sucked. That lockdown right there, when they slammed us over that, dude, it sucked arse. First, the food. Every night, dinner was chicken rice. And just because it's brown, it has chicken seasoning on it, I don't think you should be able to call it chicken, because when you read on the menu and it says chicken rice, you're thinking there might actually be chunks of chicken in it. Or maybe it did start off with chunks of chicken. By the time it got to me, just straight up rice, yellow rice, chicken flavored, albeit. But homeboy, no chunks of chicken, chicken rice. And they'd give bread and they'd give cookie. The problem was, though, the vegetables. See, when you serve vegetables on a tray in prison, you need to have a spoon with holes in it. That ladle's got to have holes in it for that water. You don't want some big old teacup bowl looking thing, get the vegetables swimming in all that water. They dump it, dude. The bread and the cookie are dusted at that point, soaking wet. For over a week, I didn't even know that we had a bread and cookie. I thought it was just like a crust, like some kind of like pie crust on top of the rice. I was like, what is this? And then later I was like, dude, that's straight up rice and cookie just soaking wet because of the carrots. Yikes! Starve a Marvin in there. We ran out of coffee. We ran out of supplies. I got real lazy because I had a remote control. So this far, I would lay in bed like this, day in and day out, and just even change my channel like this. I wouldn't even expend the energy to do this. Or this one. With your toe. Come on now. Where's my level 3s and 4s at? You know you turn your TV with your toe. Dude, remote control of mine. And then we had PlayStation, so I'm just like... I got out of shape, wasn't working out, then I found the weed. Bro. How this started was, we'll get dudes that will show up at that prison, Arizona. They'll get there, and committee will say, you know, you can't be here. I wonder why California's sent you here. Either we don't have the medication you require, it's not suitable, perhaps they have an enemy, various reasons, maybe they might too much time, maybe not enough time, homeboy, their status, whatever. California ships them to Arizona. Arizona gets them, said, Charlie Holmes, you can't come in. What to do with them? We'll go ahead and just put them in the hole, lock them down, set them up for that adverse transfer, get them out here on the first team smoking. Takes like a week or two. That's what happened. This dude came rolling up, thought he was going to be in Arizona, slammed him in a cell, said, dude, you're going to be on the first team smoking. Don't get comfortable. He wanted to blaze, dog. They gave him his property, and he had some headphones. And some porters came by, because he's not getting out of the cell. He's stuck there until he transfers. Porters come by, tier tenders. Dude's like, look, I got these headphones. You know, where I can get a little, you know what I'm saying, some Bob Marley. Dude's like, I don't know, shoot him. Dude threw him under the cell door. Guy had him. You end up bumping me, come by me and say, oh, some dude wants to get a little bit, you know, weed for this. Told me a situation. He got stuck in the cell, came from California. They didn't want him. I looked at him. I didn't really care about the headphones, but I liked the bag that came in. I like little bags, dude, and boxes and little like things to put in like cool little like, you know, jars or just whatever. I was like, yeah, oh, yeah, I want it. So I gave a cool little issue of weed. And what I did, I was like, here's the headphones. After he showed them to me under my door, and I looked at them, I liked them. I gave them back. I said, yes, I want them. Here's how much weed I'll give. Here's the weed. Here's the headphones. You go show him what I'm willing to give, and he accepts it. Bring me back the headphones. If not, bring me back the weed. He came back with the headphones. Here you go, Splinter. Game to me. Cool, right on. He comes back like 10 minutes later. He's like, dude doesn't have the weed. I was like, what are you telling me for? I go, we did our transaction, did we not? Right there at the door, I gave them both to you. You even said that I hooked dude up fat. I put them both on the door. Did I not give them to you? And you walked off. He's like, yeah. And I was like, well, dude, how does this concern me? I mean, I feel bad. What are you trying to say? He's like, I don't know. This dude's stressing out. He said he doesn't have the weed. He's all mad. He thinks we took advantage of him because he's stuck in that cell on the first thing smoking. Get him out here in a couple of days. And we like, haha, we got you. You're stuck in there. Can't do nothing. We got you with headphones. He's mad about it. He's like, I was like, I don't know, man. Did you drop it? I was like, you know, hey, I feel bad for everybody involved, but I feel like I paid for what I got. Transaction complete. He's like, figure it out. Sorry, I really don't know what to tell you. I don't really know. And I never heard nothing more on it until I'm on lockdown board. I opened up the headphone bag and to get the headphones out, that little thing, and the weed was in there. For whatever reason, he must have got it. Been like, yeah, I'll trade. Put him in there. I don't know. I don't know how it got in there. There it is, bro. And I could not have been more happier, dude. You kidding me? Yes. Yes. Not happy that it got burned. I would rather him have it. But bro, I was certainly happy to have it. And my celly Richie Rich did not partake. Bro, I rolled it up a big old fatty. I waited till that night. When they have the night staff on, we're on lockdown. They don't really mess with us. Our doors stay shut. They don't really feed us. They don't mess with us at all. I'm going to wait till tonight when it's all nice and quiet. Everything, you know. And homeboy, Richie Rich was asleep. And he was. He's on the bottom bed. And I took my blanket. And I tucked it into my mattress to where the blanket went over where it covered him completely. And I put these red things in the lights to where it looked red. And I fired it up, and I had headphones, dude, that are so loud that they sounded like speakers. And I was playing some Perfect Circle hell loud, and I was blazing, and I had baby powder, and I was squeezing it, and it was like puffing out for the smell. And I was just pacing around, smoking, just, bro, having a good old time. Knew I was short to the house, just loving life, wasn't tripping on nothing. And then I look in my window, and there's a cop, like, staring at me. And I didn't know what to do. I stared at him for a minute. I was thinking, my first reaction, I was going to throw the joint in the toilet and then pull my pants and sit down like I was taking a dump. Hopefully I'd be like, get out of here, I need some privacy. And he'd be like, oh, that's all I could think to do. Like, throw it away and sit down, boy, like you need some modesty and you need some privacy. But before I could do that, he stared at me and he ran away. He got shocked. It was hiding from me to where I had to run over to my cell door and look out to see him. He was like, and I go, hey. And he looked at me and he took the other way and just damn near took off in a fast run out the building. And I'm like, hey. Dude, I startled him. He was scared of me. It wasn't me scared the cop saw me and worried what he's going to do. Bro, he ran away from me. It was a trip. I didn't feel like I was doing it wrong. I felt like he was doing something wrong. I caught him doing something. I don't know what I caught him doing, but I caught him. He didn't catch me. I caught him. You're like, that's fine and dandy, Splinter. So what? He had some cop that was funny style and he was acting scary. How'd you lose $120? Here's how. Because right before we went on lockdown, I ordered a package, a 30-pound package full of food and some sweats and some hygiene, and I ordered 10 CDs because I had a CD player with some real nice headphones, like I said, that sounded like speakers. I ordered 10 CDs, homeboy. I couldn't wait for them to get there. Before they arrived, lockdown. They don't give packages and they don't give nothing out to you. Don't go to store, nothing on lockdown. Lockdown is lockdown. NC status, nothing coming. I don't know why I'm doing this. Kind of That's what's up. They did give me a little ducat saying, hey, your packages have arrived. You're going to get them when you get them. And I thought, cool. Then they came one day. I knew I was short to the house. I was doing a 4-year term. I was under 90 days. They're going to send me back to California. One day they came and said, hey, let's go. You're out of here. You're going to New Delano. Awesome. I'm thinking all my property's going to follow me. I had $700 in my books that did not follow me. It's a whole nother story. Went to New Delano, got in some debt right away for some Gataga. Went to go pay my $700. Not there. Bro, my 30-pound package did come with me. As I said before, when I got to Ironwood for that layover, I stayed one night at Ironwood. They opened it up and ripped through it. By the time they got done, it was a 15-pound package. That's a whole other issue. My CDs, I'd never seen them. Never seen the CDs. Chalked up to a loss. Then, present day and age, they have this thing called unclaimed property. Unclaimed money. The state of California. Look it up. It's great fun. More often than not, there's a good chance you have money in unclaimed property. Unclaimed money. The state of California. You type it in, type in your name, type in your friend's names, your mom's name, and it pops up if you have some kind of money owed to you. Green-eyed Gemini. Messing around. Unclaimed property. Looked me up. Boom! I got $120. She called and said, hey, you got $120. State of California. Unclaimed property. I knew instantly it was those CDs. Those 10 CDs I paid $120 for years ago and never got. The prison got them. Couldn't find me. Sent them back to the place. They issued a refund. Couldn't find me. Shot to California. They couldn't find me. It's unclaimed property. Here I am. I owe my $120. I'm so excited. Again, Green-eyed Gemini came through in the clutch. Filled out the paperwork. Sent through. Dude, it's been months. Here's where I go up on a little rant. And let me tell you though, the rant will be short, and I got a long prison story, another story coming afterwards. Don't go anywhere. Poor Foss. But let me just say, dude, bugs me, dog, just straight up under my skin, dog, because I don't like it when lawmakers and lawkeepers like break the law and get shiesty. It's been 6-7 months since I sent that request in, and it's a big old request. They make you jump through all kinds of hoops, bro, to get that money. I did everything they asked. In 6-7 months, they can't mail me my $120. However, they would say, if someone went to them and say, hey, do you want to pay me the $120? They'd say, they have to. California would say, you must pay the person the $120 you owe it. Pay it now. However, they can not pay it now. I don't get it, dog. That's why prison yards have their own place for cops and judges. No one likes a cop and a judge in the pen because it's like, oh, you're running around keeping the law and you want to break them too? Okay, so hey, California, you want to demand that people pay their taxes and pay things on time, but you cannot give me my $120, homeboy, for my 10 CDs? Straight up scandalous, brother. So that's why The Riot cost me $120 twice. The first time when I never got the CDs, burned for 120. Then when I noticed I had 120 coming, burned again because they won't send it. And who can you complain to? There's a complaint box hanging on the wall. There's no place, there's no like hole cut in it to apply anything, and there's a hole at the bottom. So I mean, what are you gonna do? The complaint box is useless, no one checks it, it's not even a box, oh boy. There it is. Dude, prison story. When I left A and B, Arizona, A over here, B right here. When I left Soledad, I left on good terms, depending on who you ask. Depending on who you ask, I left Soledad to come to Arizona on good terms with all the homeboys because not everybody's privy to everything. Not everybody knew the whole story. I did leave on good terms. Not everybody knew that because I was on bad terms for a while. Things got bad. Things got ugly for me. I actually got cut off. I was at work one day, no school to voting class. I came back. I talked to some dude named Frog. He's a south side from LA. We chopped it up. He had some garaga. He's going to sell me some. Boo. I got excited. By the time he made it back to the blocks, his homie said, no, Splinter is cut off. He can't be sold anything. Because some drama I was in, it wasn't my fault. I had some debts. I received my funds so I could pay my debts. Instead of paying my debts, I said, hey, you, pay my debts. And I gave him the money. He fumbled it. Butterfinger. My debts didn't get paid, not because of me, but because he didn't forward the money I gave him, this guy. So they're like, Splinter, where's the money? I was able to go, him. But not everyone knew that. They just knew, man, Splinter knows a lot. Because before I left to Arizona, I went to everybody I owed and took him with me. Because I sent him over $1,000 to handle this. His people fumbled it, made it, the whole story. Took him cell to cell. See this guy? He inherits my debt. See him, see him, see him. Then he ended up rolling up to the hole, so he couldn't pay it. It fell on him. He hooped a phone and a charger. I mean, I don't know what is that. Is that in the Guinness book? I mean, what's going on with that? He hooped a big old phone and charger. I don't let the phone home. I'm like, I'm a great letter writer. So, A side, B side. I'm over on B side programming, doing, programming. Everything's cool. Some new dude shows up on A side from Soledad with my name in his mouth. He wants to talk shit about me. He wants to talk shit about how Splinter left Soledad to Arizona in debt. In debt. And so he's looking for someone on B side to tell. Remember, A side and B side, separate, independent of each other, never intersect. They do share that chow though. Richie Rich is there picking up some dinner, kind of late, sees a dude's like, hey, I remember you. What's up, Richie Rich? Oh, hey, what's up, dude, on A side? He's like, remember me from Soledad? Richie Rich says, yes, I do. He's like, do you remember Splinter? Richie Rich says, yeah, it's my cellie. He's like, oh, well, he left in debt. Richie Rich's like, no, I don't think so. Yeah, he left in debt. Richie Rich's like, okay, comes and tells me. Splinter, this dude's over saying he left in debt. Me, being a stressor, OCD, and all, what other kind of initials could I put to it? XNL, NLP. I do have AABBCCDD11 where I do not admit any kind of body odor. Anyway, bro, the OCD and ADHD and all, I was like stressing on it. Like, what? Even I knew I was in the right. It doesn't matter, bro. If he's talking bad about it, people will believe it. I'm not there to defend myself, then am I in the right? It depends on who you ask if I'm the right or not. Can I convince him? Bro, it was stressing me out. Should I have to convince him? Who is this dude? What in the hell? Rich says, dude's over there, because he's partly right. He's just not updated. So I'm like, I tell Bucky. Shout out to Bucky from Purdue. I say, man, this dude's over there talking about me, man. He's like, let's move over there. Bucky has this theory, hit everything head on. If there's a problem here, you don't pussyfoot around it, tiptoe around it, and what you can do, just head on, dude, rush right in the middle of it, just swinging, like, what's up with it? Expose it. He's like, let's just move over there. And at the time, Hats Mashing could do that. Get the right person. We're moving. We're going to A side. Richie Rich saw that dude a couple days later. He's like, hey, tell Splinter. He's like, yeah, he's moving over there. Dude's like, what? Richie's like, yeah, he's moving over there. He's like, why? To talk to you. Why? Because what you said about the debt. I didn't even know. Broke it down like a crawdad, like backed up. No, I like Splinter. I didn't say debt. I said breath. He has good breath. I didn't say debt. I said bet. Someone tried to scam me, pretend to be my brother on Instagram, asking me for money, pretend to be he's in prison. And I was like, yeah, I'll hook you up. He's like, bet. I was like, I love you, Dustin. He's like, for show. And my brother doesn't say bet and for show. I knew instantly, straight up catfish. Bet, not debt. So dog. He didn't want no smoke. Went after him. He was like, you're going to have to defend your words. Because I would went over there and dude, what are you talking about, homeboy? You didn't know that I sent this dude. I'd put him up, dated him, dog. And since we went through the trouble of moving over there, you know what time it is. I'm gonna give him some of Joe, and when he gets Joe, he ain't gonna want no Mo. Joe and Mo. Once he get Joe, he ain't gonna want no Mo. You guys are all, come on now. Why not? Anyways, that's what's up with that, brother. That is what's up with that. Lost 120 bucks. Still waiting on my check. Nothing but most some respect to the Point of View crew and the joiners. Thank you for the like. More videos tomorrow. Let me see what's tomorrow's video going to be about. I'm going to keep it coming, bro. Can we make a deal? As long as I keep doing daily videos, will you hit me up with the likes? I think that's a cool little trade-off. Daily videos from me, likes from you. And we're working like towards a common goal. I'm going to cut the string and let it fly. Peace.